Hello, Betty Kreswick here. Well, the days and the weeks and the months, and they're just clipping right along as though they have some purpose in mind, uh, which is to get us closer to the mayhem south of the border and in the midst of a pandemic and of rising economic distress that there maybe there should be some provision and in human affairs where we could uh just take a pause and uh just let a few days and weeks and months just cool it, nothing too uh, too exciting happening. um but unfortunately there's not that provision in our time, a factor. Our time is linear. There is no getting around it, and it marches on. And but one thing that has happened in my own thinking about the elections south of the border is that I'm not interested in them anymore because I don't believe that the United States has the um, fortitude, has the energy, um, has the desire to uh, start over, to uh, try to let go of all of the quarrels of the past and the economic stupidities that are being played out, not only in the United States, but here in Canada too, and in Europe, through if a, a national uh, banking systems and the governments that are somehow keep siphoning the money from the poor and the middle class, and it all winds up somehow in the hands of the rich and makes them even richer. That doesn't that's not right, is it? It doesn't sound right. It's because it's not right. It's because the banking system has control of the economics of the world, of the national banking systems of of everybody's countries, just about. Yeah, certainly in the Western world. And this is preventing, uh, you know, at least some kind of a nominal um, uh, way in which the economy has worked in the past. It's no longer doing that. It's saying it's old, it's tired, it can't do this anymore. All it can do is make rich people richer. It doesn't know how to get liquidity into the system, how to raise people, poor people, middle class people, everybody, anybody, everybody, but the upper 1% or 1% of 1%. That's all it knows how to do now. So it's finished. I'm not voting in any such mess as this because the United States is the perpetuator of of um, building and maintaining an empire that is the has been the um, with this petrodollar and it's being the major currency of the world that has perpetuated the continuance of this that is taking us down, not just through COVID, but through the economics that have uh, been ripped away. And we can see that these are not good things. There's no good way to do for people to come together and to live together and to have equality and and sorority and sobriety and brotherhood and sisterhood is not happening. So um, we have to start from scratch, and I think we will. And Canada is fortunate in this, in that it has a public bank, and it worked as a public bank until the bankers from the international settlement, the Bank of International Settlements came over and persuaded Pierre Trudeau back in 1971 not to do it this way, not to have a public bank, because the banks can't make any money with a public bank if you don't charge exorbitant interest and compound interest. How can banks make money? Uh, so he persuaded Trudeau to start overlooking borrowing from our own public bank and put to borrow all uh, expenditures, government and economic expenditures from private banks who are burden everybody down with the compound interest, and why Canada is in such a debt and death hole now, economic death hole through the debt. So let's look more at this Bank of Canada because it's still there. It still has the same mandate. Read the text below to find out what's happening to it now. I have great hopes for the Bank of Canada. I think it can be a reverse that decision that Pierre Trudeau made back in 1971. That can be undone, and we can go forward, and we will. I just have a real feeling we will. We'll get through this COVID. It can't last forever. We'll get through it, and through the trials and tribulations of it, we've come to look more closely at economics and how this affects the environment totally, and and the banking system in particular. So we'll talk about this more next time, but do read the text below. And thank you and stay well. Stay well. Okay. Thank you. Bye.